What is up, guys? Chipping back with another West video. In this video, today I'm going to be showing you guys on how to floor stack and what are some of the benefits of it. I know some of you guys have been asking me on Rusticated and how to do this, so I figured to make a video on it to help some of you guys out on how to floor stack and stuff like that. And I do have some more videos coming out and some other ideas and stuff like that, but first things first, I'm just going to let you guys know that there's 3 ways that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. They're pretty standard. I'm pretty sure you guys have probably seen it. I know there's more than just these 3 ways to do it. There's probably like 20 different ways to do it. But like I said, this is probably the 3 most standard ways to do it that I've seen a lot of people do. Um, but first things first, I'm not going to show you guys on how to actually do this just yet. I'm going to show you guys some of the benefits of it and why people actually floor stack in the first place. So, as you can see, this base right here, doesn't look anything crazy, but it's actually floor stacked here. So the benefits of having a floor stat, and I don't think I did it right here. Well, let me come right here. Let me get rid of all this real quick. As you can see, when I actually accidentally broke this right here, is there's actually 2 floors here. So if a raider comes in and they're gonna try top down on you, you technically have 2 floors right next to each other, making the raid cost a lot more. Alright. Now, you're probably wondering, do I have to have this in armored and the one above in sheet metal? And not necessarily. You do not have to do that. If you want, you can just have both these in sheet metal. But the reason that you want to have one in high quality, obviously it's going to make the raid count higher. And secondly, it just makes it a little bit stronger, you know what I mean? Same thing, it's pretty much the same thing as the raid cost. But if you guys don't want to have the high quality and you can't afford the high quality, you can just do double sheet metal, and it's actually 1 rocket more than the actual armored here. And another reason that people like the floor stat too is, I don't remember if I have it on this base necessarily. Oh, I do. So, as you guys can see, there's 2 different heights here, and depending on your footprint in your base, you can actually get some pretty nice peak downs as well. I don't actually have it on this base here. Let me load a base that I think I have it on. Let me find it here. See if I can find it. Alright. So here's another one of my bases here. And if you floor stack like this, you get some pretty good peaks. But like I said though, it's all going to depend on your floor stack, and it's also going to depend on your actual footprint of your base for the peak that you get. So, like, this right here is a peak that I was talking about. So, it makes the raid count higher, you get some pretty good peaks, you get some good angles and stuff like that. And also helps with the raid cost overall as well. So, first things first, I'm going to show you guys on how to do this one here. In my opinion, this is probably the best way to floor stack. It's also the tightest floor stack that I've seen. And last but not least, when you actually floor stack and you build your base out, I've never had an issue where you can't place the foundation here or you can't place the foundation there. Whereas this way here and then the freehand way, I actually had that happen a couple times. So what you're gonna do, place 2 square foundations like this. You're gonna place a ramp here. Now this box here, I'm gonna place the box right here. And if you look, see this line, you're gonna look for these 2 lines that go from left to right that run all the way across the board here. You're gonna put that box right about there. It's not required that you have to have this box, but it definitely does help. And also when you place the first 2 foundations, try to use one of the compass lines. It's gonna make this way easier for you guys. So what you're gonna do is place the triangle foundation right on that same compass line you placed the first 2 square foundations. And this height doesn't really matter, you can have it up to here and then you just move over and you're still gonna have the same floor stack. But just make it a little bit easier for you guys. I like to put it so it's like just off the ground a little bit. A good rule of thumb is always have the foundation kind of low so nobody can sneak underneath your walls here. Alright. So when you place the first foundation, just like so, you're gonna move to the right. And most people are just gonna clip it in here, right? I'm gonna show you the problem with this though. See how you have this little gap between the walls? that's not that's not gonna work. The reason I say that is because when you actually like build your footprint out and you go put all your foundations in, you won't be able to do it because this right foundation is not clipped all the way into the left one. So what you want to do instead is we're gonna go back, place the first foundation in, and then when we come down, you want to move back to the left. See how the foundation's gonna move all the way into the foundation? So you clip it all the way in as far as it can possibly go, just like that. If you do it correctly, there shouldn't be any gap between these walls here. And as you can see, in just a moment, you got a pretty good floor stack right there, right? So this is the way that I've been doing it. It works amazing. I've never had any issues with it whatsoever. Now here's another way to do it. Uh, Getting this gap like this is kind of tricky. I'm not gonna lie. Took me a couple tries to actually get that before I started recording. So what you're gonna do, line the foundation up, a triangle foundation, exactly on the compass line. We need to build 5 total, just like this. We can get rid of the middle 3. You gotta place a square on either side. It doesn't matter what side you place it on. You gotta place a square. And then we're gonna place 4 triangles just like this. We can get rid of the 2 side ones. And we can get rid of this middle one. Let's put a low wall in these 2 here. Come to the side, put 2 walls here. And you have to place these walls here, otherwise it won't actually allow you to place the foundation where you need to go. And what you're gonna do is come inside here where you have your low walls. Alright, then you're gonna crouch and look exactly at that compass line that you first placed the triangle foundation at. And you're gonna walk forward and to the side a little bit. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it takes a little bit of practice to do. But if you place the foundation correctly, you should be able to place this one here, right? If you cannot place the front foundation, that means that your floor stack is not correct. Alright, and if you do it correctly, just like I've done here, you can get a pretty decent floor stack. It's not the best. Like I said, it takes a lot of practice to get the floor stack just right on this. So please practice all this before you guys actually go and do this in an actual server. And if you guys do this in an actual server, I'd recommend you guys do this way. It works the best in my opinion, like I said previously. Alright, last but not least, I'm gonna show you guys on how you can do a freehand one. Not gonna lie, I'm not the best at this. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna spam your crouch button here, and you're gonna want to get it so it's about halfway up and down in the middle, just like that. If you move over, just like this. Oops, had it for a second. There we go. And you do it like this. You can get a decent floor stack, but it's not gonna be the best. I'm not the best at doing the freehand here, so. And you can do it just this as well. I know there's other ways you guys can do it, but personally, like I said, these are probably the 3 best ways that I've seen people do it. Now, I'm just gonna point this out now. The freehand method definitely takes a lot of practice. Whereas this one, you have this back part here to help you to line it up. And if you can't do it, this freehand, what I would recommend is lower your DPI, or you can put on diving boots as well. Diving fins, sorry, and it'll help you a little bit more. Whereas this way, it's probably the easiest way, like I said. So, hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit on how to floor stack. Now, another thing I'm going to point out here is when you guys do your floor stack. And I'm just going to place the foundation in here. Alright. Don't mind this. This is just going to make this part a little bit easier for the video here. So, alright, let me do this. Okay, so let's say you guys do have your floor stack like this. And I'm just going to point this out in this video as well, because I had a couple people ask me, well, how do I connect this to an actual footprint? Well, that's going to vary on your actual footprint itself, right? So, just for time's sake, I'm going to say we're going to do a 3x3 here, right? Now, I see a lot of people using the low foundation for the core. That worked just fine, but I think one of the updates, they actually fixed that, so if you get raided, you can't actually replace your doors back. That's why I use the high foundation. So what I do, I use the high foundation. Well, let's go ahead and make a standard 3x3 here. Nothing too crazy. Now, depending on if you have your honeycomb here or not, I'm just gonna say that we're just gonna do the 3x3 shell, alright? So we're just gonna go like that. We can get rid of this one, just like this. Or if you actually want, you can actually move this foundation over to here. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. So we can go like this. Place the squares just like this. We can place triangles like this. If you want to have the triangles like that, you can, although you're going to notice it doesn't have to connect to anything. So what you're gonna wanna do instead is we're gonna place the square here. And I just did it again. Square there. Okay, here's what I wanted to do. So it's better in the sense to use that 2x3 footprint. So once you have this here, come over here, place this triangle, and then you just build triangles just like this. Once you get to here, place a square with a triangle, and then we'll place a square there, and two squares here, just like this, with one more here. And then we're gonna take this pattern on this side and we're just gonna repeat it over here. So we're gonna place the square here, triangle, 3 squares, and then same thing on this side as well. Now we're gonna get to this point here, alright? You gotta break this triangle here, and then we can place a square there. Now you're gonna notice you can't place a triangle there. So what you do is get rid of this one and this one, and then get rid of this, and then put a square there, just like that. And that's how you get this to wrap all the way around, right? Once you have that, you can go ahead and we can get rid of these. And most people, most people will probably build the footprint depending on however they want to have it. So just for time's sake, I'll say we'll just get rid of this like this. And then you can obviously build your 3x3 shell off of this, just like this. Like I said, probably the most standard way of doing this. There's obviously more tricky ways you guys can do that. But if you guys want a full stack of 3x3, there you go. That's how you can do a 3x3. And if you guys want to do a circle, I'll show you a quick way to do this as well. Here, let me turn the floor stack on real quick. Oops. Hey, what the heck? Okay, not sure why that's not working. Alright. We'll just do it this other way then. Go ahead, place the 2 foundations down with the ramp and then the box. And we're gonna look north. And make sure you clip this foundation as far into the left as possibly can. I always put the walls in just to make sure that you can actually place them. We're gonna get rid of this. And then for a circle base, all you're gonna do is, build your circle here. Like I said, I always build it off the high one. You guys can build it off the low one. It's exactly the same thing. So just build a circle like this. Now, this part's gonna depend on if you have a square here or a triangle. For a square, we're just gonna go ahead and place them around here. Now you're gonna note, you can't actually place the square on these 2 sides here. What you're gonna do is place the square here and the triangle there. Get rid of the square and the triangle. Place the triangle here. And then go ahead and add it like this. And then obviously we just go ahead and we can build this all the way around. Just like you guys can be doing now. And if you do it correctly, you should be able to place all the foundations here. Oops. That's it. And that's probably the most standard way to do it. And if you guys have a triangle here instead, I can show you guys on how to do that as well. So, let me go ahead and get rid of this. It's going to be pretty much the same thing, just instead of moving it back like I did with the square, it's going to be a little bit differently here. So, we can get rid of this, and I'll move this back. Alright. So once you have the circle, and then this triangle's gonna be here, what you're gonna do, place the triangle on all the sides that you can, and as you can see, we can't put one here. So let's place the triangle here. We can get rid of this one here, and then that's gonna be our footprint for the most part, just like that. And then we can take this and we'll just wrap this all the way around as well. And that's how you can do it with triangles. So hopefully that helped you guys a little bit. I know it's a little bit shorter video than I normally do, but like I said, I figured I'd make this video because I had a lot of people asking how to floor stack and stuff like that, and figured it could help some people out. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, please hit that like button and let me know what other videos you'd like to see me do in the future. Without further ado, guys, this has been Drippin', and I'll see you guys in the next one.